Alright, we're back, and I just got done leveling up Legacy of Dreams. It is now at level 99. So I'm going to load up on the ancient legendary items, and I'm going to go pretty much with the same build I had last season. I just took off my Zunimasa set, and I replaced my Zunimasa with Illusory Boots, Saint Archu's Gauge. Some people like the Tasker and Theo. I just felt like the defense was worth more than the little bit of offense that I got from this. Because this increases the attack speed of your pets, but it's not your pet's attack speed that is important. It's your attack speed, because they shoot out poison darts when you do. So the only thing that you're increasing is the damage of your pets that are, or attack speed that are not shooting out poison darts, which, you know, it's something, but I just feel like the defense that I get from this is worth a lot more. I also traded in my Zunimasa for this, so I should have almost all the time, because I don't use hardly any mana. And what little bit mana I do use gets replaced very fast with my spined dart, poison dart. So this is going to give me another 50% damage reduction. And then I'm adding on the Oculus Ring, and I'm adding on Convention of the Elements in my cube. So I'm gaining a bunch of defense. I'm gaining a bunch of defense because I'm gaining 50% damage reduction from this. I'm gaining an extra shield from this, although I'm losing this shield and this regeneration. So that is going to hurt a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to jump into the Oculus every once in a while. But then also the Convention of the Elements is on average an extra 50% damage. The trade-off is that now... Oh, and, well, also, as far as damage goes, my personal damage also now counts for something, whereas
1500 years for this. Should I return to my slumber?
Whereas it didn't before. Before it was just the pets. But the pets' damage was at 15,000%. Now it's not. Now it's like 9,000, I think it's 9,700, or maybe 9,300. I calculated it out, I can't remember. It's 750 times 13, whatever that is. I think it's like 9,350 maybe. So all of the damage of my pets went down. So the hope is that with my defense going up, I can also now switch over. I probably switch over this to, I'm going to say Confidence Ritual. Should be able to do that. I no longer need to cast Locust Swarm. Instead, I'm going to be casting Piranado. That's going to act, hopefully, a lot like my S of Johan, which I might end up putting back on afterwards. I'm going to keep on the immunity to poison. I'm going to keep that immunity to poison on for now. Just because it's Primal, it seems to do a good job, and there are some Rift Guardians that are poison based that are very tough to beat, so maybe being immune to poison will make it worth it. Still got good bonus to fetish army, good bonus to poison. My poison dart damage going up. Critical hit is still a bit low, but I gotta switch out some abilities in some of my items, so... Alright, let me reset my... Before I do that, let's change out some abilities and some items here. This looks good. I think I'm just going to leave this for now. I might switch out the 32% extra gold from monsters. Can I get something good? Be nice if I got one of these. Arcane would be great, but first let me switch out some of these. Change the deal area damage. Although now this one isn't all that great without my item there, but I don't know, that might not be so bad now. Now that my damage counts for something. Alright, let's get rid of this one. Probably looking for critical hit. That's perfect. That's real good. Next is gonna be the boots. Oh, I need vitality, so let's trade that in for vitality. This is 142, that's pretty good. Oculus is already changed out. This Unity is already changed out. Alright, I will change out this for... Let's hope for Arcane. Definitely don't need poison. Arcane, that'll be good. I don't think it's gonna help a lot, but 2170. $86 versus 81, so an extra 5% damage reduction. Okay, I didn't think that was the Oculus ring I wanted. Thought I'd found a different one. Did. I don't know. I think I like that life per hit though. I think I'll forego the 3% damage increase. Alright, here it is, a big test Let's just save it down here. I don't think I have anything there. Let's save that. This is my ancient. Let's say legacy. Greater Rift. Alright, so Convention of the Elements, these all look good. So my base toughness is a good bit higher already just because I've got these Aquilaquirus. The other thing that I like about this is might be able to give this up. My defense now, my damage reduction is no longer dependent upon the number of fetishes that I have. It's now just a fixed 4% times the number of ancient items that I have. Correct? Yeah. So 4% times 13. I'm at 52% damage reduction without having to do anything. So now the only thing I've got to worry about is my stacks. So I'm in the beginning of a greater rift, or anywhere. I'm much more protected than I was before, because before I only had my 7 fetishes out. And I had to build up the other 15 before I got the full protection.
Should I find some new attire?
Should.
These old things are becoming so small.
I should do okay. I should do well. Alright, let's reset these and see what my movement speed is without any. Okay, it's already 12, so I only need 13% movement speed from paragons. You can't go above 25% from items and or paragon. So I only need 13. So now the rest can go into intelligence. So that helps out a little bit. Well, alright. You know, I can change out little things. I could add on an extra 4% here if I wanted to. A little extra critical hit damage if I wanted to. Another 4% here. And I eventually will. I do think I'm going to go back with the S of Johann at some point. And maybe that's the item that I should be reforging. We'll see. If my defense is already really good, then I could just switch this back. I would have an extra, looks like an extra 10% damage because of that bonus to poison skills. And it does do a lot of extra collateral damage to enemies that I shuck in. Alright, let's try a 99. We'll see. In fact, let's just go for a, say, 100. I'm not gonna empower it. Alright, ready? Let's go.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
I'm not doing any damage to him. Behind a wall or something.
You die. Need more time.
All those little walls. My guys can't shoot around those walls.
Just over there. I never imagined such a creature.
Not ready yet.
Got it. Well, I definitely feel much more protected.
My strike is true.
No need to cast Pestilence. Awesome.
Need more time. I must heal.
Got me. Hey, now what's going on there?
Not ready yet.
Certain angles, it seems like they just can't hit.
Your evil undoes you. My strike is true.
I have to.
Your day comes. Your day comes. Need more time. You die.
ready yet. My strike is true.
Spell shall silence you.
My curse upon you. Need more time.
Do you see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse you from this land.
The truth binds you. Not ready yet. A perfect strike.
Come on. Wow. I was missing 7 of my guys there. I thought I cast them, I guess not. I just noticed that. That's horrible. Oh, lost my stacks.
Needs more time. Need more time. evil undoes you.
The Rift Guardian has found you.
He's way over here. Forgot I got confidence ritual.
Not ready yet. Your evil undoes you. Need more time. The spirit aid me. Not ready yet.
You have triumphed.
Well, Ancient Legendary is the winner. I'm guessing it's because of, you know, all of the bonuses that you get and abilities that you get from all of those items that I'm now able to wear just outperforms the abilities of the Zunimasa itself. It's like, yeah, it's 15,000% damage versus my 9,350, but you know, I've got the Oculus Ring, I've got Convention of the Elements for the extra damage, and then I got defensive, and then defensive, and even these illusory boots, these really help also. So 1, 2. Does it seem like one? Okay, because I left on this. All right. So yeah, 5 items. I'm sorry, 5. This is. I'm leaving this one on. All right.
I'm skilled at clarifying gems.
I need to go back.
Ancient Legendary is the winner. And then, of course, I could experiment around with a few other things.
Such a brave soul.
You have proven yourself worthy of your blood.
Spirits grant me blessing.
But even just the other thing that, you know, not having to hit your enemies with a mana
You
spender.
look like you could use a new item of indeterminate
I mean,
usefulness.
even that alone is a really big help. Because every time I have to do that, it's like I'm taking time away from my attacks. This one I might be able to, should be able to get rid of that.
That will look nice on you.
That costs too much.
That costs too much.
Forgive me for falling in with a thief.
I bet they don't forgive a lot of things.
You're imaginative, aren't you?
I can do one more.
Small minds, small goals. I won't judge.
The Order would never forgive me for falling in with a thief. To be honest, I was actually hoping that it would not perform better. I mean, I have fun with the Zunimasa. I was really hoping that 15,000% bonus to damage was gonna be just too much for this to make up for, but not quite. So I'm gonna put this away, and that means I cannot use Compass Rose Traveler's Pledge either. Can't use any greeny items at all. Well, can't use any greeny abilities at all. But that's alright. It had its time. It had its moment. Tsunimasa Pax. But this, for the most part, the damage bonus you get from this is good enough to where, I mean, the only other one, this now doesn't do anything anymore. I was using this for a long time last season, but it's like, it's already so defensive, you almost don't need the defense from this. Although I don't have the ancient legendary version of it anyways, but, and this is kind of nice, but that Zunimasa String of Skulls has got 6 abilities in it. 2, 3, 4. Intelligence, Vitality, Life, Critical Hit. I mean, each one of those is really good for this build, whereas either one of these two is going to have a something deficient in it. A lot of people like this one. I don't have the ancient legendary version of it, but it extends out the radius of some of those skills. I think it extends out this one. Maybe not. This one. So this one, it extends this one out. Matter of fact, I don't think I need this anymore. That's right, I can trade that in. Usually Big Bad Voodoo is pretty good at this point. Normally I don't like Big Bad Voodoo, but this skill is now freed up. And the Big Bad Voodoo gives you an extra 15 15% damage. And 15% attack speed. Which amounts to cumulatively 30% bonus to damage. And then if I wanted to, which I probably could. Oh, maybe not. Well. Yeah. Either way. Ancient Legendary is the winner. And I don't think I'm going to need either of these two. Alright. I'm gonna go hit the hay, and actually I don't need that anymore. And we will try firing it up next time. Zunimasa. I mean, not Zunimasa. Ancient Legendary. The winner. I'm just gotta figure out something to use in place of this for next time. Alright. We will see you next time, people. Bye.